Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back today to show you my next craft fair idea. Y'all, I am going to be making hair bows for my next craft fair. Yeah, I have sold these in the past and they sold like hotcakes. And yeah, they were a big asset. I think I took 50 to my craft fair and I sold like 48 of them. So literally I sold almost every one of them I took. And yeah, it worked out well. Now there are tons of YouTube videos and tons of things on Pinterest about hair bows. This hair bow tutorial, I have made this up, and yeah, this is just the way I do it. There's many different ways to do it. I'm sure there's a much better way, but this is the way I do it. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I purchased this ribbon the other day at Joanns Fabrics. There is 9 feet on here. They're 1.5 inches wide is what I like to use. But anyway, I found out that I can make 2 hair bows with 1 roll. So if that gives you any little help. I've gone ahead and I've cut my ribbon approximately 41 inches long for this one. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fix my corners here, or fix the end. I want it to look pretty. So I'm going to cut this at an angle just like this. And I'm going to go ahead, hopefully I can get my lighter going. There we go. I got my ceiling fan on. Got to turn it off. Hold on, y'all. Ceiling fan's blowing out my lighter. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Ceiling fan's slowing down. So just kind of barely touch it against your ribbon. When you're done, you can kind of feel it and make sure that you got all the edges. Just kind of go with it just like this, and you'll feel it. It kind of seals it. That way your ribbons will not fray. So I like to do that with the one that I'm starting with. So I've already got one of them done. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to like measure out 6 inches. So 3 to 9, that's, I mean, not 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches. Sorry about that, y'all. Got confused on my own self. Approximately 6 inches. So that way you know how wide it's going to be. So you can start out your 6 inches just like this. Let's see which way is easier for me to show you. Okay, I'm going to start like this. I'm going to start with a little bit of a curve. I'm going to try to keep it as even as I can. This side's heading out here. You can turn these as much as you like. After you've got it approximately the right dimensions, you're going to overlap it and make it like an X. And you're going to do like this, going behind, hold it with your fingers, and you're going to do it like, kind of make it like it, now you're making it more like an X, and just like that. Okay, so I got a little bit left over, which is okay because you'd rather have too much than not enough. And I don't have any alligator clips, so I'm just going to use a clothespin to hold my things together. Okay, so this is what the shape will look like. If you need to kind of fix any, make sure nothing's like crooked or anything like that, now's the time to do it. But nothing is perfect. Just do the best you can. But here you go. This is what it's going to be looking like. Okay, so now take a needle and thread, and I'm just using a basic sewing needle and some basic pink thread. I'm going to hold this with my fingers. I'm going to put my needle and thread up through the center and down through, and just do this a couple of times just to be able to hold this in place. That way then you've got it exactly where you want it. So there you go. So you can kind of see, I kind of sewed a little bit over, but it's okay. I'm going to cover it up anyway, but just do the best you can. This is just the center. Okay, do that a couple times. You want to make sure that you've got it good and adhered. Now from the back, kind of bring it over the top and kind of wrap it around just like this and just start pulling it. I like to take mine and kind of hold it and wrap it around a few times, and then I go back and I fix it. So as you see, if you pull on it, I just use my table because sometimes it gets a little hard to push it through all the layers. And voila, your bow is coming together. Okay, so I want to make sure that I've got this good and anchored, so I wrap mine around a few times. Just use your best judgment to wrapping it around, and then bring it up to the top, pass it back through the bottom. Okay, I'm going to use my table and push it through, just like that. Now, now that I'm on the back, I'm just going to tie it off a couple of times here. And a couple times. You want to make sure it's good as you can get it. And voila. Trim it off. So now you've got the shape of your bow. You'll be able to, I really like this pink, you'll be able to play with it and get it all fixed once you're done. But you've got this extra little tail over here. Let's go ahead and take this time to go ahead and trim it off. So fold it in half. And I want to make sure that I'm cutting it correctly. Just like this. And you want to make them cut so they're semi-even. Let's go ahead and take the lighter and go ahead and seal up the end of this. I'm horrible with lighters, y'all. I'm not a smoker, never have been, and so I just don't really know how to use them. Okay, let me feel it. Okay, so there we go. We've got the base of our bow, and we are halfway done. We are more than halfway done. See how simple? I remember in my last craft fair that I had sold bows, and I sold tutus and bows that time. And yeah, that's really pretty. I literally would come home from work and eat dinner and then go in my craft room, and literally every night I made hair bows. I probably won't take 50 to this craft fair because I have such a variety of different things. But I will take myself plenty. Okay, so I'm liking how it's looking. See? Looks really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to take myself off probably, I don't know, 8 inches. Trim this off. I might have did it too short. Hopefully not. So all you're going to need to do is put your thumb in the center, kind of make yourself a loop going around. And just like this, you're tying yourself a knot like this because you want to be able to put a little knot on the top. Okay, so just like this. That's actually very cute, y'all. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is we need to add our clip. Now you can use like the alligator clips, or you can use these kind of hair bow clips, and this is the ones I'm using. I got these at Joanns Fabrics. This is what I used for my last craft fair, and I might make some smaller bows for like little kids, and I might get some little alligator clips for those, but you would adhere those the same way as you do this one. Okay, so turn it over to the back, and you're going to want to hot glue your clip on. Now I just want to make sure that this part's all sticking up so it can adhere really well. Just like that. You're going to take your, hopefully I don't move my thing here, y'all. You're going to take your clip, you're going to put some hot glue on it. And adhere it down to the center of the back. Make sure you center it up the best that you can. Hold it down to get this adhered on. So now we've got our clip adhered. I like to go ahead and put that on there, and this little next part is a little bit tricky, but you can do it. You can do it. Play around with it, you can get it done. Okay, try to make sure it's as even in the center as you can. That looks pretty good. It's like that. Now you're going to take your bow that you, or your knot that you've already done, and you're going to glue it to the front and adhere it around to the back. So what I did is I went ahead, I'm going to go ahead and trim this off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and seal the ends of this one because this does fray. Just like that. I'm going to leave that one because I might need to trim it a little more. So you're going to put it right here in the center. Take your hot glue. Get yourself a good dollop of hot glue. Hold this down really well. Hold it so it adheres really well. It's looking good, huh, y'all? You can do different colors. You can layer them up different colors. Just remember, when it's a craft fair idea, remember that the more ribbon you put in it, the more you need to charge, because, you know, ribbon can be expensive. So I pretty much go the simple route, and it worked out for me, so I'm hoping it does again. So, okay. So now that I've got that adhered down, I'm going to open up my clip, and I'm just going to kind of fold this in because it's a little wide. I'm going to stick a little glue down in here. Try not to burn myself. I'm just kind of adhering it where I folded it together. And then you're going to be putting glue under here, and you're going to pull this underneath this part right here. Holding it up with your fingers. Add some glue. And adhere it down. Hold it down really well. Still looks a little loose on the front, but that's okay. Got one more side to go. Make sure this is adhered really well. Okay. Now I've got this sticking up a little bit right here. I'm going to add a little glue because I want to make sure it's all really adhered well. So I'm going to stick my glue right underneath. Hold it down. So the back is looking like that. Okay, now that I've got that down, looks pretty good. I'm going to take this other one. This is your last part. You're going to take it and fold it to make it a little skinnier, since this is a 1.5 inch ribbon. And you're going to do the same thing with this one, just like this. And I'm going to need to trim this one off, but I'm going to wait and do it to the end. Now I'm going to put a little glue down in here because this part I want it to adhere together. And just like that. Now what you're going to need to do, I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue over here on this side, just so I can go ahead and get it going. Hold it down. Now you're gonna go ahead and stick it underneath this little part of the clasp. I like it underneath. It'll go just like this under the clasp. I'm going to put some glue underneath. I like to not trim this part off yet till I know it's adhered down, and then I'll trim. Okay, now I'm going to trim off the shabby part without trimming up my bow. Okay, just trim it up the best that you can. I'm going to attempt to use my little lighter right here to seal this. And just make sure you get all the creases there hot glued in. And my friends, we have a bow. And I'm holding it down, just want it to stay really well. There you go, looks nice and clean. Now when you flip it over, just play with it. Make your bow a nice shape. If you see one a little bit longer, don't fret over it, it's okay. If you want to put the little bit longer one in the center, go for it. Just fix these up any way you want. I think it looks pretty good. I like it. So you kind of fluff it up, y'all, and there you go. Got yourself a beautiful hair bow. Goes up here with these. Anyway, what do you think, y'all? I think that this is going to be a great addition to craft fair ideas. Now let's talk pricing. Okay, I actually bought my ribbon at Joanns Fabrics. This thing of ribbon was $7.99, but I got it on sale, buy one, get two free. So $7.99, so that's $8 divided by 3 ends up being what, $2.50, $2-ish, $3 close to it. And I can get 2 out of 1 roll. So I think I'm gonna do $5 for my bows, because this right here I got, let's see how many comes in here. 16 pieces, and I paid like $2.99 for it. So I'm thinking that, okay, the smaller one has 22 pieces. That's the one I just used. And so it only probably costs about a dime for the clip. So really, I think that you have a pretty good return if you do $5 on your hair bows. Yeah, or you could do like you could do a 2 for sale. Just whatever you think is the best thing to do. But yeah, I love this pink one. I always sit here and play with them for a bit and just make sure that it's looking good. But yeah, looks pretty good, huh, y'all? Okay, well, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below, and y'all have a good day. Bye.